Hey y'all, Rob here with ATX Legal, and today I'm going to talk about why personal injury lawyers are actually necessary. Now, some people think when they've gotten into an accident or they've incurred an injury that they're just supposed to call up their insurance company. Maybe they've been a loyal customer for years and years. They talk to the adjuster who gives them a fair value for their injury, and they move along with their day. And I just want to say, if you're one of those people who believe that, you sweet, sweet summer child, that is not the way the world works. And look, you can be forgiven for thinking that because maybe you've been a loyal customer for years. You've paid your premiums on time every single month. There's a loyalty there. Maybe you prefer that particular insurance company over the others, and you think that that should be reciprocal. And I don't disagree with you. It should be reciprocal. But at the end of the day, these insurance companies are looking after their own interests, not the interests of their customers. And if they can shirk their responsibility to you, they're going to do it every day of the week. If you think about it, they have actuarial tables and they can adjust those actuarial tables however they like. And if they turn the dial up, they make more money. So it's like a money printer that they have access to. Insurance is a great business. Warren Buffett made his fortune on Geico. So think about that. He didn't make his fortune by paying out every claim to the full extent. He made that fortune at the end of the day by making good, solid business decisions. It is a business, and you have to look at it that way. You do not have a mutual relationship with that insurance company. So what does that mean for you? What that means is, in most cases where you've been seriously injured, you are going to want to hire an advocate to work on your behalf who also sees this as a business. Now, there are some exceptions. If there's an accident where there's only damage to your vehicle, that's been appraised, it's a fair appraisal, there's not much an attorney can do in that situation. But in any case where there's a serious injury or any injury at all, it's really a good idea to have an advocate on your behalf who can go and get you the recovery that you deserve for that injury. So as an example of how this works, I had a client recently where the insurance company was going to pay for the injuries but refused to pay for any of the lost wages involved in the accident. Now, my client had lost his job. He had a physical demanding job that he couldn't go to because of the injuries, and the lost wages actually eclipsed the total amount that he would be able to recover for the injury. But for whatever reason, the adjuster was not willing to pay those lost wages. Now, if he hadn't hired an attorney, he might think, oh, okay, well, I don't get lost wages for this type of claim. But in reality, that adjuster was being overzealous. He should not have been denying those lost wages. And by hiring an attorney, myself, he was able to recover the full amount of lost wages and actually get the full policy limits for that injury. And most people shouldn't be expected to know the law. They shouldn't know that in certain cases you're entitled to lost wages. You shouldn't have to know that. In a perfect world, the insurance company would just look at the policy and say, yes, we need to pay out this and that, and go ahead and pay the full amount. But that's just not how the world works, and that's why you need an attorney on your case. Another reason you might need a personal injury attorney on your case is just to know when to be patient, when to wait instead of taking maybe that first offer that's come along. You might have gotten an offer already from the insurance company, and you might be tempted to take it because you're getting that cash right away. If you talk to an attorney, though, the attorney might say, wait, be patient. Why? Because the injuries might take some time to fully develop. Now, most regular people don't experience serious injuries on a regular basis, so you don't know how they work. But most people do watch sports, and that's where you can see this kind of thing develop. Think about the football player. We've all seen it. They get injured on the field, maybe a serious injury like an ACL or an MCL tear, but then they continue in the game. They don't even know that they have that serious of an injury. It's only later when they're examined by doctors that they see that they've torn their knee and they're out for the season. How was that player who is now out for the season able to continue and sometimes play at a high level right when they got their injury? It's because the adrenaline's flowing. They don't feel their injury. They don't even know that it's a serious injury. So you're not the best person to actually decide whether or not you've had a serious injury. You need to go see a doctor and just make sure that this isn't an injury that's going to develop over weeks or months and affect you for a very long time. And if you've already accepted that settlement from the insurance company, that's it. You're accepting that settlement for all future injuries. So you can't go back and get a second bite at the apple. That's why a lot of times it's very good to be patient, wait, let your injuries develop before you go to the insurance company and ask for a settlement. And if you take away nothing else from this video, just know that the insurance company is not loyal to you. No matter how long you've been their customer, no matter how loyal you've been to that insurance company, To them, it's just a business, and a payout to you represents a smaller margin to them. So make sure you act accordingly, treat it like a business, hire an advocate who will really make sure that you do get the recovery you deserve, not the recovery that the insurance company is telling you you deserve. None of this has been legal advice, of course, but if you do want a no-cost consultation, you can visit us at atx.legal.